angels willing to hold us in their arms. When our worth of stone or ashes, and we both passed on. Let forever mean forever and carry on.
Good afternoon. Wow. I was running the last moment up to, or in the back to grab our second cup of coffee, so I had it for the monologue. Out of breath, because I literally ran back. Okay, so updates, we did get the camera today. I obviously didn't have time to mess with it much. I plugged it in, that's about as far as I've got. Gonna mess with it a little bit, so tomorrow we should be able to be on camera just fine. I've got the green screen up behind us, although it halfway came down. Out of breath. So tomorrow is most likely that we are going to be on camera for the monologue, so that's awesome. I want to thank Tony for helping out get that going. That was awesome of you. Thank you very much. And wow. And let's see. I'm trying to think. The lights. Aaron was the one who threw a little money towards us to help with the lights. So thank you, Aaron, as well. I didn't want to leave him out. I'll try that again. I didn't want to leave him out. So anyway, nonetheless, I think it's going to work good. I did, like I said, I did plug the camera in. I'm kind of looking at it a little bit right now, but I don't know how well it's going to work in the whole scheme of things. I don't know how much, I'm going to have to play around. I know I'm going to need more light. I know we don't have enough light. We've got lights that will be here tomorrow. That are kind of similar. They're LED type of bulbs, and they're the real bright white, and that they will fit in our ceiling fan, so that should probably be all we need to get the rest of the light that we need. We should be pretty well good in that area. So anyway, trying to think of anything else. I was going to show you the video of Blue and when Evil got here the other day, but for some reason I can't drag my raw camera MP4s right into the browser, so I can't do that. I was also going to show you, I took a trip out to the potato barrel bucket while I go out there every day to water it and check on it, and I took the video of me checking on them and stuff so you could see the progress of them. They're actually growing quite nicely. So, but I've got to either import those as far as independent videos, separate videos into Wirecast, or I'll just have to convert them and show you tomorrow. So that's probably more likely how I handle it. So anyway, let me run through the usual stuff real quick, and we'll get going with some headlines. I do have a video I'm going to show you that I'm going to be talking about, and it has to do with the lunacy that is going on in the Middle East. So let me go ahead and get through the regular stuff, and we'll talk about Iran and something that I'm seeing, that I've seen happen in a lot of this warmongering as of late, meaning the last several years. So very interesting stuff. Good to see. Good to see. Okay, Amazon affiliate. We are up to 6243. So that is incredible. Again, that's a record for us. We've the most we made it up to, bounties and all included, was 58 something. We should be seeing that at the end of this month. So we have surpassed that with 6243. My big goal now is 100. Not for this month, but just, overall, at least 1 month. It would be cool to break that. But anyway, that's our Amazon affiliate. If you shop Amazon and you want to partake in what's going on here, we have an Amazon affiliate link in the description of the video. We also, on our home page of our website, we have search boxes. You can go in there and put whatever you want in the search box, click go, it opens up Amazon, and away you go. So much appreciated. It doesn't cost you anything extra. It throws a little bit our way and helps us out. So anyway, the other way that you can help us out is through the donate link. Either you can go to thewatchmannews.com/donate, or you can go to the home page of the website, thewatchmannews.com, and you can click on donate, and it will bring you up to PayPal's donation page, in which it says donate to, it will say Transforming Disabilities, but under that it says Purpose, the Watchman News donations. So that would be us. Also, the Kratom store is up and running. Today we placed an order for a 4th strain of Kratom. So we'll be having White Hulu available to you in the coming days. So I've got the capsules in. They came in today. And now we're just waiting on the Kratom to get here. And that order was placed today, so it should get here tomorrow. If you're wondering how you can get Kratom, I did move that button. You just go to the store link on the website. All the way at the bottom of the list there, you click Kratom, and it will open up our Kratom website. And thank you. It's awesome stuff. Really, really awesome stuff. So, oh, man. Okay, so I got that taken care of. Oh, let's see. Okay, that is still up. So anyway, what I want to talk about is best, I guess, started out by playing a video. Hang on here. Now, this the channel that this video is on is titled M. Tracy, but it's titled Tucker Carlson Criticizes John Bolton and Trump for Planning War with Iran. I'll tell you what, it's incredible what is being said during this video. It's relieving to me to see people, especially that are on mainstream news, very critical about this. So take a listen, and then I'll comment.
Well, more than anything in the world, National Security Advisor John Bolton would love to have a war with Iran. It would be like Christmas, Thanksgiving, his birthday wrapped into one. Well, mercifully, John Bolton doesn't command the military. President Trump does. The question is, how influential is Bolton in the White House? Just last week, Bolton announced a carrier strike force was being sent to the Persian Gulf to check Iran. Now, the New York Times reports that the president has been presented with a plan to deploy 120,000 American troops to the Middle East. The president says that report is untrue.
I think it's fake news, okay? Now, would I do that? Absolutely. But we have not planned for that. Hopefully, we're not going to have to plan for that. And if we did that, we'd send a hell of a lot more troops than that.
Okay, so obviously this is fluid, but the larger question remains unanswered. How is a war with Iran in America's interest in any way? It's time to start asking and answering that question. Douglas McGregor is a retired Army colonel, author of the tremendous book Margin of Victory, and a frequent guest on the show. He joins us tonight. Colonel, thanks very much for coming on.
Sure.
So what does it mean to have a carrier group in the Persian Gulf?
Well, Tucker, we've got a manufactured crisis. There's nothing new in this intelligence. We've been operating in this area for several years now. The Iranians and we were both interested in destroying the same target, ISIS.
Yes.
And we always knew there was friction and hostility there. We've managed to avoid any problems. The Iranians have avoided any problems. So it's hard to buy the notion that we now have to have a carrier battle group in the Persian Gulf, along with hundreds of aircraft flying in from all over the world, in order to deter Iran from attacking us. There's no evidence that Iran wants to attack us. Quite the contrary. I think they'd like very much to avoid any conflict with us under any and all circumstances.
So why are we doing this? And what are the potential consequences of doing
Well, I think the people that were behind this, that persuaded the president to take these actions, are hoping, frankly, that if you put large numbers of forces from the United States in close proximity to Iran in a small area like the Persian Gulf, the Gulf's only 220 miles wide, that something will happen. that something will go wrong. It sort of looks like a Gulf of Tonkin incident with missiles in the making. Now, do we benefit? It's hard to see how. I mean, the first question you should always ask before any action is taken, measure what you might gain by what you might lose. What do we gain? Is this supposed to persuade the Iranians that they should not keep some additional enriched uranium? Is this designed to make them capitulate to the series of demands that Mr. Pompeo put in front of them? If so, I think that's ludicrous. I don't see any evidence of that happening. Is this designed to drive a wedge between Russia and China? On the opposite, I think you're going to force cohesion on all of the great continental powers against us. They're going to look at any action we might take against Iran as a precursor to future action we may take against them. So I don't see the president gaining from this, but I see that he loses. I don't see how he gets reelected. I don't see how he achieves anything in the Gulf that's positive whatsoever for the United States and the American people.
But there, in our foreign policy establishment, is a fairly large group, relatively speaking, large group of people who are intent on war with Iran.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, in the case of General McKenzie, who spoke not long ago in front of the Foundation for the Defense of Democracies, he described himself as a man with a bias for action. I'd much rather have a 4-star with a bias for thinking. And right now, he should be very concerned about the secondary effects of anything we do in the Gulf. The Russians are not idle. They are watching this very carefully. If we take action and we get into a killing spree with the Iranians, they will come in, and we will find ourselves without a back door to get out easily. The Chinese will also ship what they can there. And by the way, the Turks, who have no love for the Iranians, may view this as something positive that they should participate in. This is not a good thing for the United States.
No. And the people agitating for it right now, MSNBC, CNN, Max Boot, Bill Kristol, the usual suspects,
yes.
None of whom have the country's interest at heart, I would argue. I mean, it's chilling. Colonel, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Great to see you.
So, as you could tell, neither one of them are buying into what's being said. This is important. This is really important stuff. Just had more. Hang on, let me get some breaking news out real quick. It's not anything, but it is showing as breaking, so I'm just tweeting it out. Almost done. Okay. So it's good to see that there is at least somebody in the mainstream news that isn't buying into this narrative, that isn't just ready to go all hell-bent on war. This is a bad thing, and he brings up something very important, and that, we could be, we could wind up in a situation to where we have troops closed in over there, and that's never a good thing either. Why? Like they had asked, what does the U.S. benefit from this? This to me seems like it's a war for Israel, not a war for the United States. In fact, I wouldn't say that there's really been a war for the United States for a very long damn time. They've always had some other motive, some other interest in mind in all of these little conflicts. This is insane, and we need to keep a very close eye on it, because, of course, there were tankers that something had happened to. I don't know if they were sabotaged. Who knows the truth of what happened over there with those tankers, or who did it? But it was even declared shortly before then that something was about to happen, and not, I'm not talking about with the Israeli intelligence either. This is a very big, serious, a very serious hotspot that we need to watch real closely. Venezuela is nothing to take lightly, but I think Venezuela is several notches back in the danger factor when it comes to a conflict. Iran, something there could flare up that would be globally altering in the blink of an eye. And it's something that we really need to keep a very close eye on, because it could get ugly quick. So anyway, I just want to tell people, keep continuing preparing. I was hoping to show you those other videos. I'll show you those tomorrow. But keep preparing. I was going to, explain our potato barrel bucket, it's not going to give us a ton. But at least I wanted to get something growing. Something, right? Even if it is futile, so to speak. I wanted to get some effort in something as far as producing that I could. And I can't have a conventional garden or anything like that, so that's what I was able to do. Keep preparing. I would say notch it up a little bit, without a doubt. And I will keep watching things, keep as close of an eye on things as I can. Again, this is not the normal, typical banter. Not even close. Not even close. So anyway, let me get through some headlines for you, and we will go from there. Let me get my glasses on. Okay, I thought I had this all scrolled, but I guess I didn't. Okay, we'll start here. China fighting people's war against U.S. State media on tariff hikes. Tulsi Gabbard says she would drop charges against Assange and Snowden. Let's see. New critical flaw affects most Intel processors, exposes keys, browsing history, and more. Guaido's envoy set to meet Pentagon officials to plan ways of bringing democracy to Venezuela. U.S. orders all non-emergency personnel to leave Iraq, says the embassy. Germany suspends Iraqi military training due to tensions in region. National security risk. Trump may ban U.S. telecoms from using hang on, let me figure it out again. How's it? Huawei. Yeah, there we go. Trump may ban U.S. telecoms from using Huawei tech. Every day I have to remember how to say that. India postpones retaliatory tariffs against U.S. until after elections. Alabama Senate passes bill criminalizing abortion with no exceptions for rape and incest. Iran officially stops some commitments under nuclear deal, says a report. Pardon me. U.S. rebukes British general for doubting heightened threat from Iran. Israel is not safe. You will see hackers target Eurovision with missile threat. I thought that was rather interesting news. U.S. orders all non-emergency personnel to leave Iraq. Russia and China to ink deal for construction of 2 nuclear reactors. Russia boosting gold and dumping dollar from foreign currency reserves. Let's see. Park defenders versus church rebuilders. 3 injured, 23 arrested as protest turns violent. Yikes, huh? Dangerously delusional. Tom Cotton claims U.S. would win Iran war with 2 strikes, because he's a complete idiot that has no clue. Russia could take hold of China's entire gas market. Germany suspends training Iraqi troops amid U.S.-Iran tensions in the Gulf. Breakthrough bioglue seals gushing wounds in mere seconds. That's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. Let's see. Netherlands joins Germany in halting Iraq missions due to security threat. China's nuclear option of dumping U.S. bonds would cause absolute chaos in global markets, says an expert. Speaking of that, let's go take a peek at the markets. Look, see, it's rainbows and unicorns today. Aw, isn't that precious? Uber offers quiet mode option for passengers to discourage chatty drivers, and we'll just call it the shut the hell up option, right? So if you ride Uber, now you can have your driver shut the hell up. So apparently, they call it quiet mode, but you know, we all know what it means. War with Iran would be like Christmas for John Bolton, says Tucker Carlson. We watched the video to that. All snooping is bad, but some is worse. Why is Huawei a worry if it's WhatsApp and Israel who messed up? Interesting question. Bet you'll never get an answer, though. Vienna has no intention of ditching Nord Stream 2 despite U.S. pressure, says Austrian president. Baghdad won't let Washington use its territory in war against Iran, says Iraq's envoy. U.S. trying to impose its services in economy, defense on other countries, says Putin. Let's see. Oh, this was insane. Woman pushed elderly man off bus, leading to his death. I kid you not. Apparently the 74-year-old elderly man had told her to be nice to other people. That's what he did. I guess she was being a bitch, and he simply told her, be nice to people. And as he was getting off the bus, she shoved him, and he fell straight forward, head hit the concrete, which, eventually led to his death. Absolutely insane. So she's being charged with murder, though. I personally don't think she should be allowed to make it to trial, but that is what it is. Jellyfish, insects, and 3D printed meat. Here's what experts think you'll be eating in the future. So you might want to pencil that in your menus somewhere. Let's see. U.S. won't start war with Iran. At least that's what's prominent. Let's see. That's what's prominent coup enthusiasts says. Rubio says. Yeah, something like that. Russia is not a firefighting team. Cannot save everything alone. Putin on Iranian nuclear deal. Let's see. Why is the U.S. always stumbling or sliding into war? How the media misleads with language. It's actually a pretty good article if you want to go check it out. Let's see. Come here. Oh, no. You didn't. You did. It did. Hang on. I got buttons on the side of my mouse and I accidentally hit one. Okay, we're almost at the end. Police officers beat Sputnik's correspondent in Sudan and break his equipment. Iran behavior led to difficult situation after alleged ship attacks, says the UAE. Iran on the cusp of full-scale confrontation with the enemy, says the IRGC commander. Russian national Butina appeals 18-month sentence in U.S. court. Attack Iran, attack Iran to get reelected. Twitter discovers Trump warned of Iran conflict plot, but Obama's. And I'm not sure, I didn't read that article. Simple precautions are planned to attack what's behind U.S. and Germany's recent moves in the Middle East. No do-overs. White House will not cooperate with further Trump investigations. And lastly here, national emergency. Trump signs executive order clearing way to ban Huawei from U.S. telecoms. So lots of craziness going on there. So I do know that we got done with another monologue in like super speed time. That's all right. That's all right. Going from busy days till, we get the show started, and I'm rushing because I don't think there's that much time, and you see what happens. Okay, let me go ahead and close up the monologue. We'll get on with the rest of the show and go from there. If you're here for the live show, stick around. Don't go anywhere. We'll be live till 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. It is Wednesday, so at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, we will be joining up with Prepper Nurse 1. So, not sure what his show's going to be on today. But nonetheless, we'll be joining up with them. So, again, if you're here for the live show, stick around. If you're here just for the monologue or you're watching the recording thereof, thank you very much. As always, God bless you. We love you, and be one with your spirit.